The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez Show.
We are two wild and crazy guys.
That's right. Sometimes they're funny.
There you go. You won't feel so bad.
Yes, I do actually.
Sometimes they're serious.
My daughter made an incredible squash vegetable soup.
But they're always real.
Do you use a regular toothbrush or do you have like an electronic toothbrush?
And we'll tell you the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez Show.
Mi gente de la buena gente, lo más querido. This is Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez. Welcome to the Atrevido Casper Martinez and Luis Guzman show. Yeah.
Now
That's
you
it.
know.
That's right. I'm not going to say listen, I'm not going to say we're replacing Sábado Gigante, but we're close, okay?
Yeah, we are. We are close. I'm about 150 years old, so I'm there.
No shit, tú también, bro.
But I look good, bro. You know why? It's all that peanut oil I wear. You know, peanut oil.
It's a great,
and oil.
great laxative on your part. Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, that's just crazy. But what's going on, brother? What is popping with you, hermano mío?
I'm good, brother. You know, todavía aquí on the farm, and you know, just keeping tabs of family, and my mom's in New York.
How is your mom? Everything good with her?
Doña Ana Rosa. Yeah, man, you know, 81 years old, and she still goes to work every day at Gouverneur Hospital. And so she loves it, and she loves what she does, and she shows up, you know, so and she's good. And, you know, unfortunately, there's been a few tragedies in the neighborhood to this COVID-19 virus. Pero, you know, my blessings to those people, and always, 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 man, to my frontline workers, to you nurses, doctor, medical support staff, maintenance people, the people that cook all the food, that deliver all the food, the delivery people, you know, to you teachers out there still teaching. And you know what? To you parents that are working from home and dealing with your children and learning a lot about your children and their education, and thus learning about yourself, you know? That's a mouthful. That's a mouthful.
But
Casper,
it's the truth.
Follow up. Yeah.
No, I absolutely agree with you. You know, we are learning a lot about each other's too during this time where everyone is sitting at home feeling a little claustrophobic, wanting to get out there, you know. But we live and learn, man, and we just need to spread a little more love. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, you know, just so you know, Casper, I just like to correct you. I mean, it's a reflex that I have with you, but I don't think everybody sits at home, okay?
Okay. You're right. Sometimes they stand.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Sometimes they stand, but, you know, people move around and they do a lot of really cool stuff. So, por ahí estamos. But anyway, so, yeah, people, we are here, and we're here with our guy, Gustavo.
What's up?
In the background. Who's somewhere in the background, and you guys don't know this, but before we came on the air, we had to do a quick little therapy session with Gustavo because he has 5 little ones. Gustavo, what are the ages again?
So I got a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and twin 2-year-olds. So we're in the thick of it.
Okay, good. I can hear it in your voice, by the way.
Yeah, he sounds louder than you and I.
Está oficial. No,
sí.
But listen, Gustavo, it's very important. Do you exercise at all?
I do. I play ice hockey twice a week, although now it's down to once a week and social distancing, so it's not as fast as it used to be. But besides that, you know, I chase after my kids.
Okay. Well, I would like to tell you, and I would like to recommend to you, if I may, try doing some yoga. Okay? You know, see, Gustavo, you and I could have this conversation because if I ask Casper, forget about it. Ese está sentado all the time, you know?
Yeah.
Pero,
Wow, thanks for assuming, bro. Thanks for assuming.
Oh, yo, no, come on, bro. Walking a dog? Okay, all right, fine. You
No,
just
I
burned
got
3.5 K.
I just got the new Total gym machine, the one that Chuck Norris always promotes. I have it in my garage and I actually use it. But thank you for assuming, buddy. Thank you,
Oh, really?
Louis.
So tell me what kind of exercise you do on that, Casper.
Well, actually, there's a bunch of different exercises because the Total Gym comes with like these, those flashcards they used to use, like Uno cards.
Oh, so it has to tell you what to do. Okay,
No,
all
no,
right, I see
it
that.
suggests you like, for arms, you could do this kind of exercise. For legs, I actually use it a lot for my legs since, I did have that hip operation, but a while back, but I'm just trying to build more muscle on that leg. But I like the machine, man. It's pretty fun. It's easy to use, especially since it's always hot here. You break a nice sweat. Christina's actually using it too. She's actually the one that decided to buy it. And we've been on some Total Gym stuff over here in this house.
Nice. Nice. I can't wait to see what your legs look like.
I know. I got sexy legs, bro. I do.
Okay. All right.
I've been told that, and I'm not even joking. One time I was told by some lady at a radio station where I was working, she was like, "You got nice legs, pero esa panza." And I was like, "Damn." Just shout me out.
That's always gonna happen.
Yeah, no,
That's always gonna happen.
it also happened one time. I was producing the show Urban Latino TV, and I was interviewing Julio Iglesias. And you know what Julio Iglesias told me? Julio Iglesias tells me, "You have the face of a child, but you eat like a dog." And I was like, "Damn, I don't even know Julio. He just read me the riot act."
God damn, brother.
Wow. Like, find out here Julio Iglesias with his leather face wants to talk to me about me.
Damn. Bueno, the only thing I have to say about that is right on Julio for being brave enough to step up to Casper like that. Wow. Tremendísimo. Well, I just want to tell you, since we're on the subject, right? Mm-hmm. So I stopped eating meat 9 months ago.
Right, yes.
I've lost 25 pounds. I do stretching yoga every day, and I work outside as often as I can. And man, the best part, bro, is just being able to sweat.
Yeah, breaking a sweat is awesome.
Yeah, man, because you get to lose all the toxins that are in your body. And I also, like I said, right now over here, I have a little Pellegrino and a glass of water with me.
Estamos en la misma because I have like a seltzer water with lemons that I squeeze into it. So I made my own little lemonade.
You just discovered it.
No, because I was thinking of I was gonna call it Soda Stream, which is how I make the seltzer. I have one of those little machines with the.
Are you advertising for a company now? They don't even sponsor us.
You're right. I will bleep
Gustavo,
that.
I'm sorry.
What are you
guys.
drinking, Gustavo?
Me, I'm drinking more water than ever before, and you know what? I'm at about a gallon a day, and you know something? I'm blessed, and we're blessed that we can do that because I think of so many people around the world that don't have access to water, and man, but yeah, I'm trying to drink as much water as I can.
Well, you know what? It's so true what you said, brother, because man, there's so many places in this world that people do not get clean water, or people have to walk miles and miles.
Truth.
Just to fill up 2 buckets and carry them back. So yeah, man, and it's a shame, man, because man, nowadays, well, let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you something about, and I heard this from 2 doctors, okay, and they happen to be 2 military doctors, and this I heard this a few years ago. We were talking because they go to places like Africa, and they go into these little tiny villages to provide medical services to people. And
And I was shocked when they told me, yeah, man, we go in and we have to perform surgery on these people. You know what a big thing is out there? Diabetes, because in some places there is no water, but there's plenty of soda.
Oh, Coca-Cola
No
everywhere.
water, but plenty of soda. And they have to go into these little villages and perform surgery and amputate people from that have diabetes. And you know all they give them, bro, all they have sometimes is a freaking aspirin and a towel.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, man, water is a blessing, and I just can't believe how though water has become collateral, in this world, and that's
Yeah,
a shame because
you were saying that this was out in Africa. You were saying, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because I
Yeah.
know that in Indonesia
In
they have
Africa.
they have some of the worst water out there, man. I mean, the
Bro,
pollution
let
of
me
water in Indonesia is ridiculous.
Oh, bro, I was in Colombia, in La Guajira, and I was doing a movie out there, and people can't drink the water because they have all these coal mines in that area, and the water comes out black with all the residues from the coal mines and stuff like that, and yeah, bro, that's how people have to deal out there. So like I say, you know what, man? We are very fortunate. Many countries are very fortunate if they can have water coming out of them pipes, But even
Yep.
here in the United States, though, you have places like Flint, Michigan, that, my God, they were getting water from the Flint River, whatever river it was, and it was contaminating children and people.
Still
with
is.
lead and and it still is, and right here in America, and then when you drink water in Los Angeles, that water is so chlorinated, it's not funny, So you have all these markets for water filters that you put on the tap. Do you have that there, Gustavo, or do you?
We got
how
like
do you deal with your water?
Yeah, we got one of these like what do they call it? Where you put the salt in and stuff, and it takes the sediments out. But the water in Vegas, man,
a water softener.
that's the one. Yeah, because the water in Vegas comes from the lake and from the reservoir, and it comes with a lot of like different kind of like sediments and stuff, and you get like the salt around the pipes and all that. It's definitely not we don't drink water out of the tap, but thank God we can still bathe in it, right?
But it's amazing though that in order to have good water, we have to go buy it by the case.
Crazy.
Yep. From
So,
from companies when water's free, man. I mean, water's supposed to be free at least. Pero
yeah.
everything's a
Okay,
business.
so back to the show.
Yes, sir.
So how many dog years equal human years, Casper? Tell me
Well, no,
that.
here's the funny thing. Everybody always thought that one dog year equals to 7 human years, but apparently somebody had enough time to figure out in the University of California to say, I beg to differ. That's not true. Apparently, there's some new formula that is indicating that basically one dog year is about 16 human years. And I'm like, but where do they get these formulas from? Like, who comes up with these calculations and these numbers? Because first of all, who came up with the fact that a dog year equals to 7 years? Where did that come from? And now they're changing that up and they're saying, no, that's not the truth. One dog year actually is more as equivalent to 16 years. So
And like who said that? Who made that rule that B has to come after A?
right? I agree with you, or even the sequence of the letters. I'm also I am 1,000% agreement with you. But you know, our doggies, I don't care how many years they think these dogs have. You know, I just go by the regular years, and that's it, man.
Yeah.
Because my dog right now, he's 4 years old. He's 4 years old to me. He's not 39, 47, 65. He's 4.
So he's still looking for the teta.
Yep.
Okay, way to go. Way to go, Marty.
And I have to at
Way to
night.
go.
It's kind of weird because I'll be sleeping and I'm like, dude, really? Come on, man. And he's actually trying to go for my nipple, and I'm like, hey, man, not cool,
No
Marty,
shit.
not cool.
That's too much information. Okay, beautiful. That's really, bro. So my dog, her name is Chula. Well, it's my daughter's dog, and Chula lately has been waking me up between 1 and 3 in the morning to let her out so she could go chase whatever animals around the house. It's pretty insane. And you got to get up and you got to let them out. Otherwise, they'd be whining. Pero coño, yo me encabrono because sometimes you got to be waiting fucking 20 minutes for them to come back. And you want to go. And then they come back and they walk past you, go upstairs, go to bed. Not even a thank you. Not even a... Not even a paw.
And
Not
then
even
the
a
thing,
paw, like
yeah, really, like a good looking Louis. Thanks, Louis. A little handshake, a little, no.
yeah, a little eye to eye contact. Like, I got you, Papa. I got you. Yeah,
I appreciate you for letting me do this. No, it's more like entitlement. Like, yo, bro, tomorrow around the same time, so wake up earlier. That's the dog's attitude.
bro, and bro, she just barges into my bedroom. Like, she opens the door and barges in.
No pide ni
Like
permiso.
Ni permiso. It's like, mira, yo no necesito la llave. Yo sé la combinación. Oh my God.
Yo soy dueña aquí. Yo soy la que mando.
Yo. So yeah, man. So that's pretty amazing. This whole thing with the whole dog ears trip and stuff like that. Wow. Okay. All right. So
It's a little rough out there.
Yeah. A 1-year-old puppy is actually 30 in human years. Coño, man. That's like supersonic maturity going on there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't that make you depressed? Because you didn't even have your teenage years. You were not even a millennial. You went from born to 30. How does that even work?
I don't know, man. I don't know, and it's like, yo, I'm 4 years old, and I'm already collecting Social Security. And I go,
Yeah,
"Get the
really."
fuck holy shit!
I'm like,
Coño.
they need to give us that math formula for humans, so at 30 I'm collecting Social Security. Carajo, no me venga con esa bobería.
Casper, what's the craziest, stupidest, dumbest shit you ever did as a teenager?
As a teenager, I actually.
Okay,
I one
good.
time, I'm laughing because I one time did whippets. You remember the whippets, the little pellets that they look like big bullets, and you would put it in a balloon and then suck it basically to get a buzz. I'm not sure if you ever did whippets back in the days. Well,
No, I wasn't that privileged, Casper. But go ahead.
all right. Well, the little capsules are basically the capsules that they use to pressurize when you use the Ready Whip in the can. So you could take out the cream. So I did one of those whippets, and they get really cold, bro. And I had put it too close to my mouth that it stuck on my lip. Y yo de pendejo, instead of waiting for it to kind of warm up, I pulled it and I ripped my lip, bro. That was not cute. Because one, it hurt, and two, man, was I bleeding. But that was one of the dumbest things that I did as a teenager, bro.
That is pretty cool. I'll tell you what the dumbest thing I ever did, because, obviously you don't follow up to ask me, so I'll invite myself, right?
I gotta tell you, at first, I would get like, "Damn, is Louis really mad at that?" Now I just laugh at it because I'm like, "You're right." What was one of the dumbest things you ever did as a teenager?
So one time I went with my father somewhere, and he had to go into a store or some shit like that. So you know, he left the key in the desk on the ignition, and you know, I turned on the radio. I stopped playing with the horn. He's in the store about half hour, bro. You know, so he comes out, and I see him coming. I turn off the car. Boom. You know, I mean, I didn't turn it on. I just had it so I could listen to the radio and, you know, messing around with the horn and shit. He comes back out, and he sits down, and he turns the car, and the car doesn't go on. And he turns to me, and he said, "What did you do?" And I go, "What do you mean, what did I do?" So right there, I was already guilty with that answer.
With that Meisner technique.
No shit, right? Yeah, I was a bad Meisner student back then. But I didn't know. I drained the battery. Yeah.
No.
Y me jodí. Sí.
Damn, but how long was the
you know?
car on that you drained the battery? Just half hour?
Like half hour, bro. Yeah, but I was blowing the fucking horn, listening to the radio, doing a whole bunch of
Con
shit.
el aire on a 1,000, you know. Bringing the windows
man.
up and down, you know.
Yeah,
That's
man.
too funny.
Yo,
And what-
who had the best hot wings where you live?
Oh, I would say this hibachi place on Howland. I live in Deltona, Florida, by the way, people. But it's on Howland Avenue. It's called Hibachi Hot Wings, and they have about 27 different varieties of flavors for their hot wings. Man, they are the bomb. Me personally, I like the garlic parmesan ones.
Okay,
Those are slamming. What about you? What about in your hood?
That's artery clogging shit right there. Okay.
Yeah. I know you don't eat meat anymore, but yeah, in the Lower East Side or where you're at now, where?
Bro. Let me just say, okay? Let me just say it. All right? Tranquilo. I'm sure you remember this place. There was a place in Manhattan, uptown, toward El Barrio, and it was called Atomic Wings.
Oh yeah.
Man, we used to go there for the wings and for the margaritas, and then we just never knew how we got home.
Because was it those margaritas like at the old BBQ place? Remember the?
Oh my God, bro!
Those were like half-gallon margaritas.
No, bro. The best margaritas on the Lower East Side.
Mm-hmm.
I think I took you there actually. It's a Dominican Mexican restaurant on the corner of Essex and Staten Street. It's been there for years. And bro, I could swear they put heroin into those margaritas because you have just one. You have just one. You're good. You have
if
two.
you even get to finish it.
No, bro, you definitely finish it because they're that good, right? But if you drink two, number one, you're lucky if you can walk after that. And number two, you're lucky if you get home. And if you get home and you knock out, guaranteed you're not waking up till like 12, 13 hours later. I tell you, they must put some shit in there, bro.
That's awesome, though.
Really?
That is nice.
Oh,
I like spots like that. With one or two drinks, you're good to go.
Real good to go. So yo, let me ask you something, Casper. I mean, you know, so when was the last time you went to the supermarket?
This morning.
Okay, and how many Goya products did you buy?
None.
Okay.
I bought absolutely no Goya product. No, because I usually go to Aldi and they do have Goya products there, but I didn't have to buy Goya products today. I bought like a lot of celery, corn, ginger, you know, because Aldi's a really great supermarket to get vegetables and fruits from. You know, a lot of people usually do Walmart, but Aldi has better prices. They have organic stuff for really great prices.
Aldi, who is it owned by, Aldi?
Aldi's like a German-owned supermarket, you know.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure if they have any in New York. I do think that in New York City now there is an Aldi, but they have really great products for cheap prices, man. Like when you get those wheat thins, the regular wheat thins you buy in any other supermarket, you buy them in the supermarket for like $4. Aldi sells the same thing, different brand clearly, $2, and it's the same exact stuff, man. You know, but
yeah, I don't eat that, bro. That's no good for you. That's like an unnatural filler in your body. That's processed. Did you know that?
Yes.
So why are you buying this stuff for, Casper?
I'm giving you an example of the.
No, you didn't
prices.
give me an example. You told me you use that, so obviously you buy that.
Gustavo, where do you shop, bro? Where do you shop, Gustavo?
This segment's brought to you by Aldi.
No. Gustavo, aguántate. Gustavo.
Dame, okay.
Aguántate. Gustavo, aguántate. Yo, Casper, you can't be dismissing shit like that, bro. I mean, you know, here I am trying to really help you out, to help you generate a healthy lifestyle. And you are going to dismiss it. And then you throw Gustavo into the mix.
I wanted to share. I want
he
to learn things about him too.
Once a week, not twice. You know?
Guys, when an icon speaks, you got to listen, man. Luis is come on.
Hi, Gustavo. Thanks for kissing his ass.
Yeah, really, Gustavo, please. You know. Yo, Casper, so let me ask you this. What is that one story that you just love telling over and over again? What? Gustavo, I'm going to ask you that next because I know que tú estás en la
Get ready,
aquí.
Gustavo. We want to learn from our technical director as well.
Really? Oh, yeah.
I'm holding tight. We got Tony on the line now as well, just so you guys know.
Cool.
So
anyway,
okay, so we'll let Casper answer this question.
Yep. One of my favorite stories is when me and my brother were little kids. We used to live by Yankee Stadium, and we had one of those big closets where you can actually hang out in. So late at night, me and my brother used to take this little, like maybe 2-inch black and white TV, put it in the closet, and we would watch stuff like The Twilight Zone, Outer Limits, stuff that we weren't really supposed to be watching. And one night, we're watching this episode of Twilight Zone, and, growing up with Twilight Zone was fun and scary at the same time because, they had some wacky-ass episodes. So there was this episode.
Yo me cagaba all the time, but go ahead.
So estábamos ahí entregados. We're watching this Twilight Zone episode. We're into it. Yo, the door to the closet opens. And when we look up, all we see is this white face looking at us. ¿Y pa' qué fue eso? Me and my brother start screaming, but it wasn't even the screaming. It was the way we scream because my brother starts screaming and then he stops. He gets more air just to scream even louder, right? And then after we get all our screams out, we just realized that it was basically our mother with cream in her face, and she heard some noise, came into the closet and busted us watching Twilight Zone. But dude, you had to be there because my brother kept screaming and he was kicking like to kick back and run away, but you can't run anywhere because you're in the floor of the damn closet. And después de eso, como que se me quitaron las ganas de ver Twilight Zone. At least, at that age, I started watching it again later on. But I always remember that because just my brother's face, his screams, the way he was kicking his feet on the floor like he was running but going nowhere. And then we realized, Mom's got cream on her face and she just busted us watching TV. That's all it was, bro. But
So that's the story you like to say all the time. Okay, Casper, thank you very much. All right, thank you.
Samuel LJ with your forecast. It's gonna be an overcast, mother-loving day, people. Darker than the end of Infinity War. Then it's gonna get colder than Frozone's ice path tonight. That is incredible, right? Overcast 56, humidity 64%.
Coming up on House Hunters Celebrity Edition, Sylvester Stallone is trying to offload his lavish Palm Springs home. Let's see if he can find a buyer.
Okay, this is the Rocky room, and over here is the Rocky 2 room, and down this hallway here is the Rocky 3 room, and upstairs is the Rocky 4 room.
Is that a side of beef hanging from the ceiling?
Yeah, so if you get up in the middle of the night, you can beat the meat or punch some cow or, hit the beef.
What's this room over here?
Oh, that's the Expendables room. It's fully stocked with enough firepower to get you through the coronavirus,
Is that a Target with Schwarzenegger on it?
Well, that actually covers the tunnel, an escape tunnel. It goes to, I don't know, let's find out.
I don't know.
It's all coming up on House Hunters Celebrity Edition, only on HGTV.
One is on the money. The other one thinks he's funny.
Nice.
The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez Show.
All right, so, Casper, would you do the introduction, my brother?
to the introduction. What? Are you kidding me? Hell yeah. I'm pretty excited. Bueno, mi gente, tonight on the Louis and Casper show, we have a B-boy. I'm not going to say a rapper because he's not a rapper. He is a B-boy from back in the days, turned DJ. My man, DJ Tony Toca is in the house with us. What is up, brother?
Yo, mic check one.
Tony, how are you, my brother? How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. Gracias. Thanks for having me, guys. I like the intro, and I like that you said I'm not a rapper because, you know, if you're gonna consider me anything that's even in that realm, I would prefer you say I'm an MC. You know,
absolutely.
Because
I honestly, I would never have called you a rapper, bro, because I know what you do. And you know, I've been to a couple of spots in the past, and so let me ask you this, papi. How did you come about your name?
The name was given to me, man. You know, nickname, you know, that was given to me back in, like, I want to say 1984, 85. I didn't really have a DJ name, and you know, there's some DJs. He's actually pretty well known. His name is P.F. Cutton. He had a rap group called Blase Blase. And a good friend of mine from East New York. And, I was coming up in the DJ world from the B-boy world. And he gave me the name Tony Touch, you know. Before I was Tony Tone. But there's a Tony Tone already in the Cold Crush Brothers. So I had to change it up back then, you know.
Now, let me ask you, why Tony Touch? Why, did you ever ask him?
It's a play on hand skills. You know what I mean? Like,
okay,
you know, on DJ turntablism. You know, having the skills to do what we do with the records, and it's like it's all hands. You know, so Tony Toca, ¿viste?
Ah, con cebolla.
Tony, mira, Tony toca. Mira, está tocando Tony. Déjalo que toque.
Tony, no toque eso.
No, Tony, toca todo lo que tú quieras, papá.
Then comes the chancleta. Sigue tocando.
Yo, Tony, let me ask you this, because I want to get into that whole world, you know. But have you ever been someplace and, like, you know, the whoever was spinning and stuff just wasn't kicking it, and you had to, like, jump in on it?
No, but that's the story behind me wanting to DJ, you know, because I was a B-boy at heart. You know, I was breakdancing. I like to be in the circles. I like to be in the dance floor. And, you know, it got to a point where the DJs just weren't hitting it. you know, for us, for the dancers. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to do this myself, man. I started throwing these high school parties and you know, renting out little you know, rec centers and stuff like that, throwing my little parties, and I would DJ and host, and that became the beginning of my hustle, because again, the DJs, they weren't doing it for the B-boys for me at that particular time where I was. This was in Orlando, Florida too. I lived there for a few years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I went to high school in Orlando. I mean, I lived in New York all my life, but I lived out there about 3-4 years, and then I came right back. But I spent my high school years over there, so, you know, that's where I developed my craft, man, to do everything, because you got a lot of time on your hands, bro, in Florida when you're like that age, you know?
I bet. let me ask you, what would you say would be your 3 musical influences as far as people that spin?
Musical influences, people that spin. Guys like Red Alert and, you know, Marley Marl and those guys that were on the radio back then in the early 80s, you know, especially Red Alert. And then from in the clubs would be like a Louis Vega, you know, Little Louis had the clubs, you know, since, you know, mid 80s, you know, he was already in the big clubs and the big rooms, and I always looked up to Louis and was fascinated by his skill set. So Louis Vega, you know, Red Alert, even like a Grandmaster Flash even, or Jam Master Jay and stuff.
Is Larry Levant anywhere in that mix?
Later on, I got to learn more about Larry as I got older, and I started, you know, getting into like house music and disco and stuff like that. But I was young. I was too young to go to the garage. You know, but Larry, later on, after I learned about him, and I did so much research, I did months of research getting like this whole garage playlist that I have now in my crates, you know, my computer and everything. I'm ready to rock a whole night of garage music wherever, you know?
Well, can't wait to be there, brother. Can't wait to be there. So, okay, because I like asking all these crazy questions, right? Well, not crazy, but just crazier, interesting questions. Because Casper, you know, no sabe. But Tony, like, what's the craziest shit that you ever seen happen?
While at like a party or a DJ, or what do you mean, like?
When you was working, something that happened around your equipment where you were.
Well, besides being flashed, you know.
Okay, we all been there, but go ahead.
Okay, that was a good one. But I remember, one time I went to Japan, and the first time I experienced the whole smartphone thing with the phones with the cameras was in Japan at a DJ gig. And I was playing at the small club, and I was playing at the club, and I was, you know, you're expecting the crowd to, you know, explode on that first record I put on. I can't remember the first song, but you know, you throw on the hot shit in the beginning, and nobody reacted in the club. Instead, everybody reached for their phones and started, you know, recording me and filming me. Now, in the States, we didn't have these phones yet, so I was in Japan. It was just a bug out for me to see that, you know. Yeah, it was like 200 phones aiming right at me. Never seen it before ever. My first experience with the with the whole smartphone or, you know, camera phone thing. So that was trippy, man. You know, I've had a few episodes like people drunk and shit or spilling shit on my shit. One time in Italy, I almost got into a fight. Somebody spilled shit all over my shit, but for the most part, you know, nothing too scandalous, you know.
Okay, we'll let that one slide, brother. We'll let that one slide for sure.
A little boring on that too, yeah. Yeah, I don't play that, man. I make sure that, you know, I'm well guarded, man, and been doing this a long time. So as a youngin', you know, there's been so much sloppy shit around the booth that I've seen over the years, man. I try not to let nobody get too close, you know?
Well, you know what, bro? I gotta tell you, I think the last time I saw you was in New York, downtown Manhattan, the meatpacking. You was jamming at some place down there.
Cielo.
And yes.
Yeah,
And bro,
we was at
let me tell you
Cielo, I
something, bro.
remember.
Let me tell you something, brother. I love walking into a place and hearing like music that I connect to and that connects to me. You know? And that's huge, bro. That's huge because like to me, pretty much the club scene in New York is pretty much dead.
Yeah,
man. But you walk into a place and it's you and it's playing, you're in an iconic vibe right there. Boom, right away. So,
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
one of the
bro.
things that helps with that was my partner that I've been doing the party with for years. We've been doing this party weekly on Sundays and Tuesdays. And God bless his soul, but Voodoo Ray, a New York legend, was my partner. We lost him like 2 years ago, and but he's a couple years older than me, like 2 years older, and he went to the garage, and he was a club head, and he helped me build this vibe, man, where we wanted to maintain that authentic New York flow, just the vibe of like the people we brought in, a lot of dancers, artists, painters, musicians, everything.
Who's your favorite painter? Who's your favorite painter without offending anybody?
My favorite painter, man, there's so many, bro. I like
give me three.
Bua, Bua?
Yeah, Justin Bua.
Yeah, Justin is dope. I've done some work with him. This Japanese kid, Peisu. I'm a fan of Peisu. This other kid from the Lower East Side named Riz22. Does good work.
Okay.
These are guys that we bring in, local guys. We come into the parties. They paint while the party's going on. They'll do like live murals and shit, and that's always been part of our things.
Do you have any other murals?
Oh yeah, I collected a bunch, man. I've been collecting over the years.
Nice. I gotta ask you a question, okay? I gotta ask you. How's your health? How's your health? Tell me
Thank
about your
God,
health.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Gracias a Dios, I got a good immune system, and I was able to dodge. I've been able to dodge this thing so far, and I'm good. I feel great. I feel strong. I just turned 51 like a few days ago.
Okay, I hate you, but go ahead, brother.
Yeah, bro. I still bust out, 200 push-ups a day. I get on my bike. I put in 20, 25 miles a day on my bike, like nothing. I'm good.
You already got your AARP card?
Casper don't do that shit in a year, bro.
Bro, I get tired just tying my sneakers.
Casper don't do that shit in a year, bro.
No, man, bike riding is it's my thing right now. It's my vicio right now, bro. I love it.
That's cool.
The other day I rode from East New York all the way, cut through Bushwick, Williamsburg, went over the Williamsburg Bridge into the Lower East Side on Orchard, right there, bro. I did a crazy ride the other day.
Nice. ¿Y cuántos pajos o casi te comiste?
It's funny you say that because I made it over there in one piece, but on the way back, cutting through East New York, I caught the stupid flat, bro. I had to get an Uber XL to take my shit home.
No shit.
Yeah, I caught a flat.
Mierda, bro.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool though. I'm glad you're taking good care of yourself and you're working out like that. For sure.
Yeah, I got a granddaughter now, man. I want to be around.
Abuelito.
Oh, right on. How old is she?
Soy abuelo. She's 6 years old, man. So imagínate.
Oh, wow.
Qué chula.
That's right.
I got to be
Are
right.
you teaching her how to spin?
No, but, first thing to do is learn how to dance. That's the first step in this whole thing. You got to develop rhythm and, and she's dancing. So that's the first step. Later on, you get more technical,
That's cool. Yo, let me ask you this, brother. You have any questions you want to ask me?
Yeah, man. God, your work ethic is incomparable, man. Like every time I turn around, I see you and stuff, man. What keeps you going, brother? How's your health? How do you do it, bro?
Thank you for asking, man, because Casper never asks me any of these great,
Ay,
phenomenal,
bendito.
breathtaking type of questions. No, Tony.
Yeah.
I was watching. My daughter had me watch this interesting documentary called
Game changers.
The Game Changer. And it was really eye-opening because it talked about food and how we consume food and what certain food does to our bodies, especially food that's processed, meat and fish, and it turned toward veganism, and I did not know that gladiators were vegans, I did not know that, and but anyway, I watched this and brother, I stopped eating meat. Once in a while, I might do a burger. I go to my mother's house. Mommy makes some chuleta. I'm not gonna say no, but I gotta say, I've been like 95% totally, no meat. Period, no fish.
Amazing.
And so I lost 25 pounds. I do yoga. I do stretching every morning as much as I can. I work outside a lot, because I got a farm, so everything is hands on, and Papa, I just always try to work at just being humble, man. I just am, and
Tell me a behind the scenes story that nobody may know about Boogie Nights. My favorite movie of life.
I like
Go
it. I
ahead.
like it.
Okay. All right, here we go. So right before we were going to go shoot, we got invited to this house in Beverly Hills. And when we got there, we get out. It was me, Don Cheadle, John C. Reilly, Mark Wahlberg, and I think Philip Seymour Hoffman. So it was like the five of us, right? And we go in. Oh, and I think even Bill Macy might have been there too. I'm not sure. I forget. But it was a crew of us, right? So we go in, and this lady meets us at the door, and she gives us the signal of be very quiet. They're filming, and we're like, okay. We walk in, and we walked into a porn shoot.
Wow.
And there's like all these naked people. Like the holding was the living room, right? That was the holding area. So it's like all these people just walking around with their batas open or just naked and stuff like that. And so we're like, oh shit, right? So this is really cool. So they take us upstairs to this balcony at the back of the house. So you're overlooking the pool, right? So there's this guy and this girl, and they're going at it, bro. They are fucking going at it. And there's two cameras. So one camera is hardcore, the other camera is soft porn. Okay?
Wow.
And there's a woman there's a woman, and she's directing these two people. And so we're watching, and like I said, they're going at it, ba 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 ba. And we're like, oh shit, right? So, the guy looks up to the balcony a few times. And like about on the third or fourth time, he looks up and he points to me and he goes, yay, I know you. And I go, oh, motherfucker, right? As soon as he says that, he goes limp, right? He goes limp.
Yo, let me find out
And
your
then-
face made him not get a hard on. That's messed up a little.
Okay. So listen to this. So one of the camera guys, he got to be like 80-something years old. And he tells the guy who's a stud, who was a stud anyway till that moment. He tells him, "I'll give you $100 if you get it hard, limp thick." He called him a limp thick, right? So the guy can't, he just can't do it, right? So they take him and the girl out. And then they come back and they put in 3 women. And we're watching this shit. And it's like, oh. So we come back into the house. And, the guy comes over to us that we blew his shit up, right? And then, he wants to shake hands. And I'm looking at everybody. I don't know, bro.
That's crazy.
So anyway, I said hi to him. But, bro, like right after that, we see this guy walk across the living room, and tiene una fucking, he got a bata on, pero he's fucking old, y tiene una pipa, and it's like, get the fuck out of here, that can't be no fucking porn guy. And the guy, and one of the guys that turned to me said, "Oh yeah, man, that's the king." And I said, "Who the fuck is that?" I said, "That's Ron Jeremy." I said, "Get the fuck out of here." So yeah, that's actually
crazy.
sent us to a real, yeah.
Ron Jeremy was the Pipa king, bro.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Killing shit with the Pipa and everything. He didn't care about nothing.
You talking
Yo, what's
shit
your
if you
favorite
ain't got
country that you like going to?
My favorite
Tony,
country.
what's your favorite country?
Yeah,
man.
I would have to say again Japan, bro. It's like I love it over there. It's so clean, and the food, and the just like the clothing and shopping for sneakers and records, and the women, like everything is like fucking on point.
Why
over there.
the shopping there? I mean, do they make a lot of their own stuff there? Or do they
Not
import
necessarily.
a lot of stuff?
They import a lot of stuff. They're like big collectors, man. Like they be buying out. They buy out everything. Like people's record collections. You'll find exclusive sneakers over there, like that you won't find anywhere. And I'm a sneakerhead too, so that would be one. Japan. I tell you the truth. I got this funny joke I tell people. Apart from Japan wouldn't fall into it, but all my favorite places start with the letter M, right? And I'd be like, for different reasons. Medellin, Manhattan, Miami, Manila, Moscow, and even, what's the other one?
Madrid.
No, not necessarily Madrid, not for me. Medellin, Manila, Moscow, Manhattan, Miami, and there's one more I'm not thinking right now.
And it's all because of the mommies.
Yeah, the mommies, bro. With the letter.
It's not Montreal, right?
It is Montreal. You nailed it. You nailed it.
You see it,
dude.
Casper? You see Casper? Casper, you gotta be Tony. You don't understand, bro. I carry him. I try giving him a break, because you like repeat, you're going over this shit like 3 times in your brain, and it's like, so I throw out the wrong one to see if Hope Pickup gets stimulated enough to maybe take a guess. But no, so it was Montreal, Casper.
Montreal. What a badass city, man.
I love it's a little city, but man, it has an incredible energy to it. It's international. I love Montreal. I live 2 hours from there, bro.
Wow, wait. So you're like up, where you at? In New York, upstate or something?
I'm in Vermont.
Oh, okay. Coño, mano.
That might as well be upstate, right?
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, man.
Cold ass winters over there.
Yeah, okay. Let's change the subject for now because I'm enjoying fucking winter here 6 months, bro. Please. All right?
Jesus.
Mira, Tony, cambia el tema, por favor.
Cambia
Casper,
el tema.
you have, mira,
Here's one more question. Give me a John Leguizamo behind the scenes experience, maybe.
There you go.
Oh shit! A behind the scenes.
Because you only did what the
House
the
of
Carlitos
Buggin'.
Way and the House of Buggin'.
We did the House of Buggin'. We did Carlito's Way.
Yeah.
And we did Nothing Like the Holidays.
That's right.
You know, I think in Nothing Like the Holidays, we were shooting in Chicago.
Yeah.
It was February. Chicago's cold as fucking February.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And we were shooting like in the Puerto Rican neighborhood. And so, you know, people opened their doors to us. So they be fucking serving us coquito and shit, you know, and we be playing dominoes. So John
That's
and I
cool.
would be shooting the
Chicago
shit,
love.
drinking coquito, playing dominoes, you know?
That's good.
Yeah,
man.
I love John, man, you know. I think by far he's one of the great all time, like, you know, one man show performer and stuff like that. You know,
You two for me are like neck and neck when it comes to like just popping up randomly at any given moment in a film or a TV show. Like you guys just like right there, man. Both of y'all work ethics is crazy to me, you know?
Yeah, well, you know, I would love to do something with John, you know, because again, you know, I love working with him. Foremost when we did House of Buggin', you know, that was a lot of fun, and you know, like I said, we did Caldito's Way together, and then we did Nothing Like the Holidays, and I went to see his show, you know, Latin American History for Morons, you know, and I don't know if you ever seen it, man, but
Yeah, I did.
one of the best, man.
He
bro,
killed
that
it.
was,
He killed it.
the
It's
first
crazy
time I
how-
saw John, because Casper, we're not going to talk about you. We're going to talk about John. So the
Oh,
first
you're not
time-
talking about me?
The
Okay.
first time that I saw John perform, he invited me, and it was the last night of Mambo Mouth. And so I'm watching the show, and bro, it's like I saw all my fucking relatives up on stage. It was like fucking blowing me away. I said, "Oh shit!" Right? So then there's the intermission, and then the second act starts, and the second act, and there's this chick up on the stage, and I'm like looking, and I'm like halfway up, right, in the seats. And I'm over there saying, "Oh shit, he got a mommy in this show. Oh nice, man. And she look good too. I hope he introduced me to her." And I'm like listening to this, and I look, and I say, "Holy shit, that's that motherfucker John." Manny, he was doing the he was doing the character he was doing the character Manny the Fanny, and it was so well done, so well played, man. So you know, I tip my hat to John, and I thank him for everything that he done for the community and beyond. You know,
You guys are killing it, man, for sure.
yo, ask Casper a question because I need a break.
Casper,
No,
tell me.
porque Tony, si no se me duerme, te lo juro, se me duerme.
No, I was
Go
over
ahead,
here
Casper.
painting my toenails while you guys were
tú
talking.
ves,
It's
tú
okay. No, actually,
Thank God.
before Tony even asked me a question, I want to tell a John Leguizamo story because I want to tell you guys how I first met John. I was going for an audition. I met some casting director named Leonard Finger. He brings me into his office and he tells me, "Hey man, you know, they're not making this yet. It's a script that they're working on. There's a production company called Lower East Side Films, and I think it'd be a great opportunity for you to network with other actors and do a co-reading of the script." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." The guy gives me the information. When I'm looking at it, I'm like, "Man, Lower East Side Films, this sounds familiar," you know. And I go down there, and when I get to the building, it's a loft. The door opens up. I see Pyromaniac Story, Super Mario Brothers. I see all these posters of Leguizamo, and I'm like, "Oh shit, this is John Leguizamo's office." Now, this is when I first started in the business. I mean, I have no credits, nothing. You know, I walk in there and I see Camar de los Reyes. I see Michelle Pfeiffer, Fisher Stevens. All these people in there, and I was one of the guys that was brought in to do a co-reading of the script. After the reading, John comes over to me and he's like, "Yo, man, I like your timing." And I'm looking at him like, and I'm in awe because, the first thing I saw with John was Hanging with the Homeboys, Joseph Vascon's movie with Nesta Serrano and those guys,
That's a great movie.
So I'm sitting there and I'm in my head, I'm like, yo, this is motherfucking John Leguizamo. But, it was cool. And we became friends. And he actually started bringing me into the office to, kind of like go over scripts with him. They were trying to create the project for the Young Lords, but that didn't pan out. And I got to learn a lot from him. And he got me a job with HBO Downtown Productions. Because when Rosie Perez was doing a pilot for comedy show that they were developing, Chris Rock was about to leave HBO and they were looking for the next vehicle to put to replace that one. And it was with Rosie Perez, Nancy Geller, HBO Downtown Productions. And one day I get a call from this lady screaming at me and she's like, Casper Martinez? And I'm like, yes. She's like, where the fuck are you? And I was in California. I was in my boy's house in Sherman Oaks. And I go, I'm on the 405. Why? And she's like, because you're supposed to be here at this meeting. And I'm like, what meeting? So apparently John talked me up to these people at HBO to bring me in as a writer for Rosie's show. And I had no idea that he had done that for me. But that's just the kind of guy John is, and I have a lot of love and a lot of respect for John because even when I co-produced my first movie, Manito, in Sundance 2002, he was blowing it up on Entertainment Tonight for us like if he was part of the PR campaign, So, yeah, man, I got a lot of love for John.
Were you involved, Casper, in that other film that was like the detective movie or whatever, the Bronx shit? You guys had to go to Italy or something. Like, listen, Louis, that you was in that movie, I think, and I went to like the premiere or the party, after party, whatever, of the premiere, and Rosie was there. We won this rooftop. Were you there, Casper? Were you involved in that film?
No.
Know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that doesn't ring a bell because the last time I think we saw you was...
Are you talking about...
Puerto Rican.
Wait, you're not talking about Puerto Ricans in Paris?
Yeah, that one. You weren't involved with that, Casper?
No. That was
no,
Louis
I
and
didn't.
Eddie Garcia.
Yeah, I didn't want Casper involved.
He was like, yo no necesito este fucking soplapote.
No, escucha bien. I did not want to bring in a majadero from the Bronx. I'm sorry.
Oh, you hating on the BX.
You know
That's just wrong, Louis.
No, man. I'm talking, bueno, you know what? I got to be honest about you, Casper. But anyway, but I love you, right?
Yeah,
No, Tony, listen, bro. We have, Casper and I, we have an understanding.
Right.
And if he doesn't have the understanding, I understand anyway, and that's good enough for me. So that's all I have to say.
Oh, my goodness.
man.
Louis the boss here.
Yeah, yeah, man. So tell me, brother, what are you doing these days? Tell me.
Well, I've been doing a lot of DJing, man, on my Instagram live, I actually just finished doing my Saturday set. If you go to my Instagram, I'm on 4 days a week. I do
Yeah, I've been checking you out.
Saturday afternoon is dedicated to classic salsa. So I play from 12 noon to like maybe 5, 6 p.m.
Oh, shit. I'm going to have to tune that in, brother.
Gran combos, all that, Fania, everything. 2 weeks ago, Fania asked me to DJ on their Instagram page for the Puerto Rican Day Parade. So that was pretty cool, And so the Instagram live on Saturday is going well. Sunday night, I do a party here in New York City called the Funk Box, house music. And so I kept it going online for now. So I do that Sunday nights at 9 p.m. I get on my Instagram, deep, soulful house music, Afro house, some Latin vibes, some Chicago vibe, New York classic, New York house music on Sunday nights. Then Tuesday nights I do, besides my radio show on Sirius XM, I've been on Eminem's channel for about 15 years now on Shade 45 from 10 to midnight now.
Nice.
And then at midnight I go on Instagram live.
Is that every night? Oh, how many nights a week do you...
Tuesday nights. The show is called Toca Tuesdays. And I've been doing that
Okay.
show on Sirius XM 15 years, and then it's also Toca Tuesdays is also a party here in New York that's been running. I think that's where I seen you. Cielo was at a Toca Tuesday party, and
Yeah.
we play
Yeah.
a lot of classic hip hop and soul and R&B, and we play everything. And then on
Well, let me ask you.
yeah, go ahead.
What you ever? What was that moment that you were like, holy shit? Like, what was the circumstance, the situation, and you were maybe hanging out with one or two of your boys, and all of a sudden something happened that was like fucking unbelievable, magical, magnetic, and you said to your inside, holy shit, like something like really fucking outrageously cool.
One of probably like I'm a club head, so one of the first clubs I was able to walk into and experience a New York club vibe was the Latin Quarters in Times Square.
Okay.
When Red Alert was DJing there, this is 1986. Eric B and Rakim was hitting. Everybody was doing the WAP. I walked in the club. Yeah, I walked in the club, and all of a sudden, the Eric B is President record comes on, and everybody's like doing this WAP. Everybody's doing it at the same time, and I was just like, this is what I'm gonna be doing. Like, this is my scene, Another moment like that was walking into Heartthrobs, and I can't remember I think it was Louis Vega again playing over there, but it was the sound system that blew me away. Heartthrobs used to be before Heartthrobs it was called the Fun House.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Fun House was legendary. I didn't get to make it there.
Bro. I went back in the day. That was the spot, bro.
Yeah, bro. That sound system in there was like, that was another thing. Listening and experiencing a big sound system like that for me, like, was my it was ecstasy for me, And then of course moments like film, like seeing like Crazy Legs and the Rocksteady Crew and the Flash Dance movie was a turning point for me when I realized there's young Latino brothers like me on the big screen doing this b-boy shit. Was like, I couldn't even wrap my head around it right away, but I knew that that's what I wanted to be a part of, A shout out to Crazy Legs and all the stuff that the Rocksteady Crew did over the years, Yeah, man.
Let me ask you this, Bobby. If it, for any young person, young woman, young man out there and stuff, what kind of words, what kind of wisdom would you like to share and bestow upon them?
I would always encourage people to, pursue anything that they feel in their heart is what they want to do, like, don't feel like, there's any limits. Like, anything could be accomplished if you put your mind to it and you work hard. You could come up with anything, like, and do anything, whether it's something, academically or, or something where it's artistic or whatever. But, for me, the word no, when you're being told no, it just means not right now, Keep going. And, yeah, man, dreams come true, bro. You just got to pursue them and work towards them.
Yo, how much was your first paycheck on a gig?
My first paycheck on a gig was probably $100 maybe for DJing at a roller skating rink for about 5-6 hours.
Which spot?
Yo, I tell you, I lived in Florida. I did my high school years over there. So I was able to get work over there, at the local roller skating rink in Pine Hills, Florida, in Orlando. And that was my first gig, man. Probably made $100 for the night,
That's cool.
And then after that, I ended up doing my own parties. Like, within the same year, I was just like producing my own events. I was like 16, throwing high school parties for like, and I was
as
making
a
money.
16-year-old, man, you was motivated,
Yeah,
He was
I was
motivated
motivated by the culture, the music, the scene, and Orlando at the time didn't really have. There was a scene out there, but I helped. I helped bring it in. I was fresh out of New York. There were no parties. 16-year-old. I was already in my hustle mode, and I was walking out of my gigs, $400 or $500 in my pocket, off of a party,
That's not bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah. At 16, it was like.
Yo, what's the best concert that you ever been to?
I would say the Fania All Stars 40-year reunion at Madison Square Garden.
Nice.
I went backstage, bro. I was like a kid in the candy store. I had my maracas with me. I had these maracas that got like the Puerto Rican flag, covering the maracas.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked around. And I got autographs, bro, from all of them. From Ray Barretto, God bless his soul, Cheo Feliciano. I met all of them. This is like maybe 17 years ago at their 40-year anniversary. So I got all their autographs, bro. I was out there like a groupie, bro. I didn't care. I was taking pictures with everybody. Larry Harlow, freaking Roberto Roena. It's crazy, bro. So that and of course maybe a couple Eddie Palmetti concerts. I'm a big fan of the salsa from back in the day, bro. That's like my
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
That's the music for me.
Yeah, I saw the Fania All Stars perform at Madison Square Garden the first time that they did Mi Gente.
Oh my!
And bro, I'm talking like 1976, 77, 78.
You got to see Hector Lavoe. See, I never seen him perform, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. I got to see Tito Rodriguez.
Wow.
I got Tito Puente. I got to know Tito Puente too, man.
That's
man.
funny.
But our music is so incredible, and when you see it live, man, oh man, bro,
and it's
especially
so crazy how the art form is like somewhat lost. Like that sound like hasn't really nobody grabbed the torch and ran with it. Like, God bless the dead, Ralph Mercado, another one, an advocate for doing concerts. And, I got a great relationship with Ralphie's son, Ralph Mercado Jr., But, it's like a lost thing, man, So Saturdays for me is a blast. I be here 5 hours in my living room playing all that shit on Instagram. It's so cool, man. Wow.
Music is everything. Casper's into rock. We're just gonna skip over that right now, Casper. But
cabrón. No, honestly, all jokes aside, are you coming up with another record? Because I know you had the Peacemaker, Reggaetoni 2.
Yeah.
Are you looking to come out with a new album anytime soon?
I do have an album that's done, and it's going to be. I could only probably give out X amount of info on it, but it's the soundtrack to a documentary that I just finished producing, along with one or two other entities, Omar Acosta and Goldcrest Films. They did I don't know if you guys are familiar with Stretch and Bobbito. They had that documentary.
Course. Yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm. So I teamed up with the same guys that did the Stretch and Bobbito film, and we produced this documentary about the mixtape culture and its significance and its everything, its demise, everything, all these stories about the mixtape culture. And we got all the DJs from like Kid Capri to back in the day like Brucey B, and even all the way fast forward up to like DJ Khaled. So Universal just picked up the film. Actually, they didn't just pick it up. They've picked it up over a year ago. But we finished shooting before COVID, thank God. Got like Mike Tyson's in the film giving stories, and Shaq, and 50 Cent talks about his mixtape, and how he took over the game with mixtapes, and Lil Wayne. Like, it's such a great film. So Universal picked it up, and there's a soundtrack to it. I produced the soundtrack to the film, man. It's gonna be crazy.
That's what's up.
Oh, nice, brother.
Yeah, thank you, man.
When can you tell us When can we expect that?
Well, God willing, end of the year. You know, I think they're looking to place it in some film festivals right now in the next, month or two. But leading towards the end of the year.
Okay.
Not sure what network, but being with Universal at the helm, they probably put it somewhere nice, hopefully like a Netflix or HBO or, the guys I'm working with, they did a good job. They had the Stretch and Bobbito film was on Showtime. So hopefully something like that will transpire as well,
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was really great, by the way.
Oh, yeah, they did such a great job on that. So we tried to keep it on that level,
Yeah, so much history there with those guys.
Yeah, man, for sure. They're in the film too, both of them, Stretch and Bob, and they both came out in it, and it's such a great story. We talk about like Big Pun when he kidnapped Who Kid, DJ Who Kid.
I know that story well.
Yeah, a lot of DJs used to put out the music without permission or getting bootlegs and shit, and we talk about all that, and as a result, there's a lot of heat out there. Even like Biggie Smalls had beef with Clue. We talk about that beef. We talk about the beef with Pun. Like Pun, they staged the whole thing where they made believe they were gonna book DJ Who Kid for a gig, and then they trapped him and they threw him in the van, bro. Guns drawn. The guy was fearing for his life, bro, because of a song he put on a mixtape, bro. It's crazy.
No
God bless.
shit.
So, yeah. So we got some cool stories with it, and, ya tú sabes.
Good. Well, Papa, listen, man. I'm going to let you get back to your thing, but I'm so grateful to listen to your stories and your knowledge and your wisdom and your conversation, and
Thank you.
You've endured Casper, so that's very.
Word. I have to pay Tony for even being here and during me. I feel you.
Are you bullshitting me?
I love the Twilight Zone story. I love it. Twilight Zone
Okay,
in the
so give us.
closet.
Wait. So Tony, you give us a story.
A story of like what? Like a crazy story? Coño.
What was the question that I asked you, Casper?
Well, we're talking about that everyone has those stories you love to tell over and over again. What would be one of your stories?
Right. Damn, what would be one of my stories?
The one that you like to telling over and over.
Right. There's usually one of those, right? Coño, I got to take a second to think because, I burned a lot of gas.
You want me to tell mine while you think about it?
No, Gustavo, you're not that interesting.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No. Gustavo, tell us yours.
Right.
Tell us yours.
I'm 19 years
Gustavo.
old, right? I'm in Hillside. I'm on Hillside Avenue in Queens, right? I got my girl with me. It's snowing. There's a cop car next to me, and he's driving with his lights off. So I lower my window and I say, "Excuse me, officer, you have your lights off." So then he pulls me over, and then he walks up, and he says, "Are my lights on now?" And he takes and he checks my license and registration and all that. I tell that story a lot. That's my story.
I got a story. Here goes one.
Like,
Okay. No, you mentioned the cops.
Anticlimactic shit.
Jesus. So, I told you guys I have the radio show on Sirius XM, right? I do it on Tuesday nights, and I've been able to interview like everyone from like LL Cool J to like, even Eminem has come to the show, and it's been a blessing and amazing outlet for me. One of the guests I had is someone I've been working with over the years, is Be Real from Cypress Hill. Actually, it was Be Real, Bobo, and that's it. It was Be Real and Bobo. So they came to the show, and I interviewed them for the show. And then after the show, we went down to where my party is at Sutra Lounge, which is on First and First in the Lower East Side. It was where we started doing that. We started doing the Talk Out Tuesday party. Started there in 2008. And Be Real was scheduled to come down and DJ a guest set with me that night. So we, after the radio show, we're there, we're, talking shit on the air, show ends at midnight, we get in the car, we driving downtown. We get to 14th Street and, by 3rd Avenue or, whatever, we're coming down 14th Street, we make a right on 2nd Avenue to continue to go downtown. So we're on 2nd Avenue, maybe 8th Street, and we get pulled over, right? And it's like 90 degrees out, super hot, middle of the summer, and Be Real is smoking this big pelota, right? With the windows down and everything.
Of course.
And we're driving down 2nd Avenue, and the cops pull us over. They get on each side. They say, hey, what's going on? We put over, we smoke. We ain't who's smoking. So Be Real right away. It was me. I'm smoking. I have a medical card from LA. I know that probably doesn't, that doesn't fly here, but I have a medical card for it. I'm the one smoking. It's my weed. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, guys, I need you to get out the car, So we get out the car. And, they start asking us about weapons. You guys got guns in here, whatever. No. All right, well, hang out in the back of the car. So we're sitting in the back of the car, and they're going through my truck, looking for guns, spotlight, everything. All of a sudden, this other cop car pulls up, another undercover. And they pull up right next to us, and they look at Be Real. And they like, hey, where's Muggs? Where's DJ Muggs, And Be Real's like, he didn't make it on this trip. They're like, oh, okay. All right, man. Whatever. They said 1 or 2 things to the cop that kept going. So they knew who he was or whatever. And then they end up letting us go. They said, listen, we're looking for guns. You guys are good. They gave him his, they let him keep, they never took the blunt from him. They let him keep it. And they let us go on our way, bro. Right away, as soon as he pulled up, he fires it back up again, bro. Bang, straight to the venue.
You see, Gustavo, that's how to end the story, Gustavo. That's how to end the story.
I'm learning from icons here, man. I'm learning from icons and Casper. Thank you, guys.
Icons and Caspers. Okay. What the hell does that mean?
Really, at least Casper has a name. I'm an icon. Tony's an icon. Well, icon. At least Casper has a name. You're lucky, Casper. Funny. So, Tony, again, brother, I want to thank you so much for spending this time with us. And, please be safe out there. Stay healthy. Keep doing your thing. Like I said, keep the flow. Keep inspiring.
Amen. And thank you, man.
Till we can hug again, my brother. Till we can hug.
That's right.
Man.
Casper.
Absolutely. And for those that want to continue to follow DJ Tony Touch, you can check him out on Instagram, DJ Tony Touch. And on Tuesdays, like he says, Sirius XM, Toca Tuesdays, doing his thing. Tony, we really thank you for being with us. We're looking forward to the movie project. I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to checking out the soundtrack because I'm sure that's going to be fire. So once again, thank you, Panita. Un abrazo. Take care con mi hair.
Gracias, papi. One love.
Huepa chuleta. Okay.
Ciao, bacalao.
All right, brother.
Peace.
That's it. All right, Papa. Cuídate.
And now, your waterproof cell phone in the shower.
Wow, you really need to cut back on the donuts.
Hey.
And start doing some serious crunches.
Well, shut up. I'm putting you down.
Is that all you have down there? No wonder you bought the truck.
Not listening.
If you keep doing what you are doing, you will go blind.
Don't care.
This has been your waterproof cell phone where you really have no business taking a phone.
I was trying on one of those string bikinis. Then I went over to look at myself in the mirror. Ah! My thighs are huge! My rear end, it just goes and goes and goes!
Don't suffer alone. At the Swimsuit Trauma Institute, we have trained counselors who can help you through the trauma of seeing yourself in a swimsuit for the first time in months.
My stomach, it's everywhere!
No, it isn't. And you can try a tankini.
Let us help at STI, the Swimsuit Trauma Institute, where you can let it all hang out.
One of them is famous. The other one is only known by his mother. The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez Show.
All right, people, listen. I want to test Victor. What do you think about my cousin Sloan, Victor?
Yeah. Shout out to Sloan.
I'm going to test Casper's cognitive ability here.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you a series of questions, Casper.
Okay. So we're going to play a little game.
But Casper, please, just listen.
Okay.
The name of the game is called Embuste o Verdad.
Okay.
Okay? Embuste
is like an embuste. Y la verdad es la verdad. That's simple. Okay, here we go.
Uh-huh.
When you eat wild rice, what you're really eating is grass.
Embuste.
Verdad.
Oh, really?
Wild rice. Yeah, bro.
Wild rice is
wild
grass?
rice. Yeah. Oh my God, bro. Rice is grass. Okay? Check this out. Verdad o embuste. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Do you know who Stephen Hawking was?
Yeah. Stephen Hawking is the guy that in the wheelchair that through the computer.
But yes, okay. So embuste o verdad that he declined a knighthood from the Queen.
That one I'm gonna have to say it verdad. I believe that he actually
Why?
did.
Why?
Because
why would you
I
say
remember
verdad?
reading about that a while back, and I follow Stephen Hawkins. My brother's a big Stephen Hawkins fan too, so I do remember when they wanted to give him a knighthood, and he was like, "Ain't nobody got time for that," So I say it's verdad.
Okay.
Is it true?
Go fish. You know what? You like? Yes, it's true. He declined it.
Okay.
All right. All right. Okay. Let me ask you this. Tell me the top 5 vegan cities in America.
Top 5 vegan cities in America. New York.
Well, you have to have that in there. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just spitballing. I have no idea, but top 5 vegan cities. I would say New York, California, LA. I mean.
Bro, LA. There you go. Very good. New York, California. New York, LA. I need 3 more.
San Diego.
No. Portland, Oregon is vegan friendly. Tell me that you got 2 more. Tell me 2 more.
I want to say Texas. I don't know. Dallas, Texas, maybe.
Las Vegas, Nevada is number 4. Las Vegas, Nevada. And number 5. You got 1 more shot.
Orlando, Florida.
That is a lie. Boston, Massachusetts.
Really?
Yeah.
Boston is known for vegans?
Okay.
That's interesting. I had no idea.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day, bro.
Yo, bro, it happens, okay? It happens. So, you got any questions for me, Casper? Anything interesting you want to talk to me about? Like?
Let me see. I want to see what Louis been up to. Well, I actually, yes, I do want to ask you a follow-up question. Something that you and I have talked about before and you've mentioned here on the show. How the hell is that damn bear?
Oh, yeah, bro, about the bear.
How's your bear?
About the bear. It's hard to say if he's around or not because, see, what begins to happen this time of year,
right?
Berries start coming up, different berries. And so that's what they thrive on. So berries grow in the middle of the woods, away from everybody and everything. So they just go and sunbathe all day and scratch themselves and eat berries and stuff. So they tend to stay away from your place because now they have a food source that they like, So then I don't think, they still go through people's garbage can, but the guy that was coming by here, I haven't seen him. But I know he's around because sometimes the dog gets roused up, So I think the situation is a little better right now. But
you guys had to sit down, talked it out. You know, you were like, listen, bro, there's berries out there. Déjame la basura quieta, bro, que I got to clean that up every time you toss it around.
Yeah, man.
No respect, bro. No respect.
So that well, it's not about respect, man. It's about very simply that, we are in their habitat, work us here. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, aquí es lo mismo. I always say that because there's a lot of bears out here, too. There's bears and coyotes out. Yeah. There's a lot of bears and coyotes out here in my part. In Deltona, Florida, hell yeah. And I always say that to my girl. You seen what?
You seen bears?
Oh, yeah. And I told Christina, I said, listen, you got to be careful taking Marty outside, because it looks all nice and cute, but there's bears all over here. I mean, there's videos all over the internet where you see bears between alligators coming up to people's front of their houses and bears. Those stories are always
made. Alligators too?
Mm-hmm.
You got alligators where you live?
Welcome to Florida, brother. They show, you know what the alligators do out here? They end up in people's pools because they break through the screen and they end up where they got to call the wildlife department, to come out here and wrangle them up,
No shit. Have you seen an alligator there?
Oh yeah,
like
I've seen alligators, I've seen bears, I've seen snakes, I've seen coyotes.
Bro, what's the biggest fucking snake that you saw?
Nah, they're not really that big around here. They're those black snakes, and they're not even really poisonous either. I mean, they will attack you, but they're just really like black garden snakes. But there's a lot of them out here. You have to be careful with those. I think the most interesting thing yeah, they're long, but they're not like those big. The ones,
pythons?
Like pythons. No, they're garden snakes, pero hay muchas por aquí. Uno tiene que tener cuidado.
Wow.
I think that the most interesting thing I've seen has been like I want to say like a wildcat. When me and Moonshadow first came out here, we were working at a radio station in Maitland, Florida, where the DJ booth was all glass, so you get to see outside, and there was a lake area in the back of the building where we had the studio, and we would see this big old wildcat just pop up and walk by us, and look in, and we actually took a couple of pictures of it because we're from New York, so we're not used to like seeing a wildcat coming by and saying what's up as you're doing your damn morning show,
Was it a bobcat?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of it was, but it was big. It wasn't a little kitty cat. It was a big ass.
Did it have a tail?
Yeah. And it had.
Was it like a cougar?
Yeah, it had stripes on the side. And a big head, bro. And people used to tell us when we first started working there, they were like, yo, watch out, you're going to see a wildcat out here. We were like, yeah. Y entonces yo y Moon nos pasábamos allá afuera fumando, because we would smoke right before the show. And then at the first time I saw him, I was like, Moon, I ain't hanging out back here anymore because nobody would do anything to it. It would hide and go about its business, but it would always pop up and show its face at some point or another. And I was like, yo, that shit ain't cute.
Like, how much would you say it weighed?
I would say maybe like 80, 100 pounds,
Oh yeah, he would have done some damage.
What? And those paws? Yeah, no, I ain't messing with that,
They're wicked, and they're fast.
Yep.
Yeah, man. How about you, Gustavo? Have you ever had any animal encounters?
Well, no, not really. I tend to stay clear of wildlife. But while we're on the topic of cougars and wildcats, did you guys see that red table thing with Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith?
What about it?
Man, I mean, Will Smith is a better man than I am, bro. The way he sat there with his stoic
I don't think Louis knows the novela.
My God!
I'll get you in the loop, Louis.
I've heard of the novela, but get me into the loop, Casper.
Right. So apparently about 4 years ago when Will and Jada were in a broken up stage, they weren't really together. You know, she was helping this rapper named, what's his name? August what?
August Alina or something like that.
August, who's actually a friend of their kids. So you know, this is a young guy who's out there. Y entonces parece que el tipo, he was either sick, depressed, or had mental health issues, and she became like a mom to him. And one thing led to another. Y se mangó a August. And then now August leaked it out. It became a whole drama. And of course, Jada Pinkett Smith on her Red Table show on Facebook had a sit down with Will Smith a couple of days ago. And dude, you gotta love the verbiage, because you know she kept saying that during the entanglement with him, entonces the way Will Smith's got red eyes, like he must have been crying before he started the segment. And dude, the internet has gone crazy, just busting her balls. They've taken that movie Tangled from Disney, and they photoshopped her face and put entanglement with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, because you know of the whole drama with it, because she tried to fluff it around. And you know what, I'm with Gustavo. I give it to Will Smith for him to sit there and even have that kind of conversation with the world. You know, because yes, you're talking to because, you know, listen, I give it to him. You know, he wanted to address the issue, and more power to him for being that open with his life, man. You know, people want to ridicule it, make fun of it. I gotta say, look, we're all humans. We all go through stuff. We all make mistakes, and honestly, I do give it up to both of them for even opening up like that and putting themselves out there, because what they did at the same time was they eliminated all the gossip people. You know, de gente está hablando mierda, you're going to get it from the source. This is what went down, y ya pa'l carajo. Let's move on with life, you know.
That's cool. I respect that. You know? Hey, you know what? It's good to see people talk about this stuff and be honest to themselves, you know, because they're not, you know, you got to be honest to that person and to yourself, you know, and then, you know, and you're not doing it. I don't think they did it so other people could judge them. They did it so they could clear the air between them two.
Absolutely. You know? Set the record straight and keep it moving.
Yeah, man. Keep it moving, keep it real, and it is what it is. So, you know,
it's a strong conversation to have, but you know, it's a conversation that you do have to have if you want to continue to grow, because at the end of the day, they were separate at that time, but they still got kids together. They're still a family, you know.
So complicated.
Wow, that was very compassionate of you, Casper.
No, it's true. All jokes aside, like listen, I like Will Smith. I give Will Smith props because, you know.
No, well, listen. They are both great people. They are both really great people, good people. You know, so like I said, you know, we don't need, you know, I know and you know, and I'm sure many people in this world know, hey, you know what? They're good people and it is what it is. So, you know, and it's their life. It's their business. I'm not there to judge, you know. So,
but since Gustavo brought it up, what's your take, Gustavo? What do you think about it? Because you said that you know, you made a comment about like, Will Smith this. You know.
I just couldn't imagine having to have it all play out in public like that. I mean, we all go through crap in our relationships and stuff and things.
But didn't Gustavo? Weren't they the one to bring it up? I mean, there wasn't. Or is there somebody interviewing them about this? Or it's just them two?
They're kind of interviewing each other about it, you know, and then just coming out with it. But just the look on his face.
So there's no third party there?
Nope. No, it was just Jada and him talking about it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's very noble. That's very cool.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine having to play stuff like that out in front of the public, and then, you know, oh man, it must be tough having the public eye on you like that, you know.
Yeah, but when you're a public figure like that, and it's already been brought out there, and then people started assuming, which is the biggest reason why they did it, Louis, because you start getting these he said, she said, hearsay, and of course you got whether it's the TV gossip shows or the online blogs or whatever. Well, Will Smith gave her permission. Well, Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, they've been doing this kind of stuff in their marriage for years, this and that. So they wanted to sit down and they wanted to clear the air, but you could tell because I saw the interview, and even Will Smith had a laugh at the verbiage Jada Pinkett Smith was using, because she kept saying when we had the entanglement, and you could tell that Will Smith wanted to say more like, yeah, when you were fucking August, our son's friend, but he took it like a champ.
Our son's friend.
Okay.
Ya tú sabes.
Okay, so what I want to do at this point is I'm going to read you the very first paragraph of the Constitution of the United States. Just the first paragraph. I'm not going to get into the articles, not yet. I just want to read to you guys the first paragraph of the Constitution of the United States.
Okay.
It goes like this. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our what's this?
Posterity.
Is that posterity?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it looks different to me. Okay, so let me just go back.
Yep.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do, ordain, and establish this Constitution of the United States of America. Okay, that's all I'm going to read. And the reason I brought this up is I think it's a good idea. It's not that long. Let me see how many pages. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's less than like 50 pages of reading. But the only reason I bring it up is because, we're going through stuff and everything in this country. It's a whole different vibe, a whole different wave of things that are happening. And it's good to educate yourself about the place that you live,
Mm-hmm.
And one good thing to read is the Constitution of the United States of America, because it does apply to all of us. It does apply to all of us. We just have to look at it in a perspective to really further understand that. And then at some point, I would encourage everyone to please read the Bill of Rights, okay? We're never too old to learn,
At all.
And this is just for your information, this is for information so you understand, okay, this is the scheme of things, this is like the menu for how things are supposed to
You're absolutely right. I mean, listen, if you ask the average Joe what is the Constitution or what are the main functions of the Constitution, 90% of the time, you're not going to get people to know exactly well, it's what America's about. No, first it's to create a national government consisting of legislative, executive, and judicial branch. That is the three main functions of our Constitution. you know. But it's always great to read. I mean, I like reading stuff like that. Like as soon as you say, hey, I'm going to read the first paragraph, I was like, oh, the preamble, because that's what it's actually called, the preamble, you know, the first paragraph of the Constitution. But yeah, man, you know, learn the Bill of Rights, the Constitution. You know, look at who started the Constitution. What are the main goals of the Constitution? The main points of it. You know.
Listen to this. This was written in 1788. It says, "If men were angels, no government would be necessary."
True.
If men were angels, no government would be necessary. So, you know.
Checks and balances, bitches. Checks and balances.
Yeah. Definitely. But anyway, listen, man. Gustavo?
Dímelo.
What's your take on this?
I think it's very important. You got to know your rights. We got to know, you know, how this country was founded, you know, and those, even though the folks that wrote those words were slave owners, you know, I really think that when you go into what was written, you know, that applies to everyone. And nowadays, we need to make sure that applies to everyone, especially with everything going on. I think what we're seeing right now is a catalyst for change. All of this uprising and this craziness in the world, and the playing fields are going to be leveled. You know, we had a black president, and now, you know, there's kind of the whiplash to that with all the racism and all that, but it's going to be beautiful, man. It's like the phoenix, right? You got to burn to shed those feathers so we could rise again as something more powerful, more united, you know? And I think by educating ourselves on our rights and you know, I think that's super important, man. I think it's overlooked a lot in our society, and we need to focus more on educating the children to understand, you know, how they need to be to so we can have a better world.
I want to tell you if the number one priority as far as that education goes, it should be hold on 1 second. Okay. What was I gonna say? Damn. That it's up to parents to really educate their kids.
Truth.
You know? Hold on 1 second, guys. Yo, I'm doing my podcast. Can I call you back in a minute?
Okay, Pops, no problem.
Is everything okay? Hey, yo.
It's a wedding.
Hey, it's your wedding?
Yeah, we're married. See, he's right there.
Oh, congratulations. Oh, yeah. Nice. You look beautiful. Look at you.
Pops, we wanted to say hi.
Wow.
We missed you.
Hey, man, my love to you guys. Congratulations. And enjoy your life together forever.
Thank you, Louie.
Okay.
Bye, Pops.
All right, baby. My blessings. All right. Bye-bye. Yo, guys.
Yes, sir.
That was beautiful.
That was some of my friends. They just got married today.
Gustavo, you sound really far. And I'm so sorry, Louis, but...
Casper. Let me talk, bro. Let me talk. We'll figure that shit out later. You know, forget it, man. See, you blew my shit.
No. Go ahead. Who got married?
Casper, can you hear him?
Yes.
You see, Gustavo? The
Yeah.
attitude that he cops right away for nothing. I don't understand.
No. I don't have any attitude.
No, bro. Tú estás nervioso. Tú te tienes que tranquilizar, papá.
Bro, dile quién carajo se casó y deja la mierda.
Well, congratulations to whoever got married. You know, we're live right now, so we want to make sure that we congratulate those
That's
folks.
awesome.
You know, I don't really like to give shout outs like this because it's like that private moment, and I don't want to put that shit out there.
No, this is not going to go on the show. You could continue to talk about the Constitution. I'll clean it up. No problem.
Yeah.
I want this to be part of the show. Why is it that you decide what's on the show and shit like that? Clean it up. You know, this shit is important. It's all important, bro. It's all relevant. It's all
Okay,
relevant.
so then it stays in the show.
So, yeah, man. So don't extend yourself. Please don't extend yourself like that in my presence. So you were saying, Gustavo, when you were rudely interrupted.
No, I was just saying that that it's beautiful to see young love come together and flourish like that live on the phone like that off the cuff, and it's beautiful that they call you to share that moment. That means that you mean a lot to them, and I can understand that because you mean a lot to me now.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Casper. I hope you heard every word of that.
Yep,
Yeah,
I
no,
understand.
really,
I understand. I gotta kiss Louis' ass every so often. My bad. Let me go ahead and put that in the rundown.
Why?
Page number
that's
5. Let me kiss.
That's like
Louis'
so
ass.
antisocial of yourself.
Let me kiss.
That is so.
Hold on.
that is so
I don't want to forget this. Kiss.
That is so separatist of you.
Ass.
That you are
At
separatist.
least 20 minutes into the
Separate
show.
yourself.
20 minutes
But Gustavo,
into
listen,
the show.
man.
No, tell us about the Phoenix. I was digging that, so the Phoenix, the fire.
Yeah,
Eye of the Tiger.
yeah. We gotta kind of like get past all this stuff, man. I mean, it shouldn't be that black guy over there, or that Spanish guy over there. It should be that bald guy, or that short guy. We need to get rid of these labels.
What do you
I
have
think.
against short people or bald people?
Well, you know what I mean.
No, elaborate.
Well, like, getting past the whole racial thing, having to call someone white or black or, it should be like, short, fat. There's other adjectives you could use.
Give me an adjective. Okay, give me.
The guy with the curly hair.
What would be an example? The guy with the what?
The guy with the curly hair, or my friend with the glasses, instead of saying my black friend or something. You know what I mean? Like, we just need to get past those labels.
El tipo con el pelo malo.
El tipo con el pelo.
El chamaco con la frente.
Así es.
The guy that's chafing, the guy that's always got flakes of skin on him, that guy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. El tipo que tiene la olor más hedionda del mundo.
Sí.
¿Tú sabes ese tipo? Ese mismo.
El tipo que apesta culo.
Pero su corazón puro.
Óyeme, el tipo que no se sabe amarrar los tenis.
Los champions. Ajá.
Los champions. Ese mismo. Cuidado con él.
Ese tipo le gusta coger fiado y no paga. Es mala paga.
¿Viste? Mala paga y ni paga.
Y mentiroso porque siempre está. The stories he tells, bro. I had a friend like that.
Have you ever told a lie to a priest?
I don't even really think I've hung out with a priest.
Okay.
I've had to lie to Mormon missionaries.
Oh, really? What was the lie and why?
Well, one time I was outside smoking a joint, and then they pulled up shortly after, and they knock on the door and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, that smells nice," and I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't know what you're talking about, But my wife always, takes those guys in and stuff and gives them food. They give them food, they keep coming back. It's one of those things.
Yeah, my mom used to do that. My mom had 2 regular Mormons, Elder John and Elder...
Un gato.
Yep. Once you feed a Mormon, they'll keep coming back to your house. Bendito, but Louis, what they do to those guys is so messed up because they throw them out into the world, and these guys come from Utah, and and it's like a life lesson. It's like we're placing you in the Bronx, New York, and you got to figure out how to survive while spreading your word. So these poor guys used to come all the time, and I had love for them because I got no hate for anybody. You know, they used to come over to the house all the time and spend time with my mom. So my mom would be making them sandwiches, le cocinaba. She would even pack them stuff to take with them, and she would be like, "Bendito, they're staying in a room here in the Bronx, and no tienen trabajo, y no tienen comida, and they only eat when people feed them." And I'm like, "Hey, man, I ain't got no problem with that." As a matter of fact, we ended up giving them bicycles, because they had no mode of transportation. Some of them get bicycles, but we donated 2 bicycles to these guys, just to make their lives a little better, because it's messed up that they're out there trying to preach their positive word and their religion. And, part of the religion is go out there and figure it out,
How about you, Luis? How about you, Luis? You ever have to lie to a priest?
I think so. I don't remember. I don't remember which one or how many times, but I know I have.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you in one of our previous shows say something about a priest, or maybe it was a nun. It was a nun in your school that she had kicked you out or something, or you hit her because she hit you, and you told your mom.
I was in kindergarten, and she hit me with the tatiqueto stick. And I took the stick and I hit her back. And then they took me to Sister Mary Elephant's office and had me wait for my mother. And my mother came and said that the sister told my mom basically, he's going to hell. He's not to come back here. And my mother asked me on the way home, why would I hit a nun? She said, Mommy, you always told me not to stay hit. She hit me. I hit her back. That's and then I ended up in public school, the best thing that ever happened to me.
Hell yeah, public schools rock.
You learn a lot in public school, and not just and what I mean by a lot, you can learn a lot about yourself, about your personality, other people's personality, what inspires other people your age. What's their motivation, stuff like that. Because half the stuff that they were teaching in school back in those days, you could draw from it, the typing class, the accounting, even geometry class. But the problem with some education, to me, especially with the pedagogues being teachers, the instructors, is that I don't know, like today, but I know back in the day, some of these teachers had the same learning plan that have been using for 15 years.
Yeah,
so
I was just going to say that.
They never really updated, you know?
It's the same information. It doesn't change. It's redundant.
To me, what happened is that's lazy. That's lazy. Agreed. That you can't. I mean, look, there's certain things that you would teach because of the factor of what it's teaching, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, there should be other new things, that stimulate, because, like I said, sometimes the teaching becomes a practice in not only laziness, but tiredness, and I think, listen, man, no, I respect teachers. I love teachers. I love what they do. I know, it's unfortunate, but so many parents drop off their kids and entrust it in teachers and stuff like that, and so that's a huge undertaking. And I do believe in my heart of heart that teachers are the most underpaid profession that there is. And we're entrusting these people, these pedagogues, these teachers, these instructors and professors, with our kids. So, and we hear it time and time again, some teachers in some poor districts, they're the ones that put up some of their money to buy supplies for school for the kids, you know. And so again, you know, but I'm just talking from a place that I grew up in. That was like New York City, you know, because like New York City school systems back in the day, man, you know, they were, you know, if you didn't go to a specialized school, you know, or you didn't have teachers that cared, because there were many. That was the beauty, you know, when you would find a teacher that cared, you know, you wanted to do good, you know, you want, because that caring kind of ignited a motivation in me, and I'm sure, you know, in other people. So, but anyway, I just think that the most important thing nowadays is for parents to pick up the Constitution or just look stuff up and share it with your kids and have discussions, you know, at any level, you know, because some of the best things that you can do, especially nowadays, is have a real discussion with your kids, or for that matter, have your kids have a real discussion with you. It works both ways, you know. And you should always encourage that if your child or you know, wants to bring something up, that hey, let's go, let's talk about it, you know, because there's so much to talk about nowadays. And, you know, we're entering a different phase, a different mentality, and so, you know, the mindset kind of just gets a readjustment, you know, gets a recharge, a reboot, you know, because like reality is changing, you know, and so, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So listen, my people, this is Luis Guzman, and I've been with Casper Martinez.
Right
and,
on.
You have última palabra, Casper, última palabra.
Last words, we are all human. We all have flaws, but at the end of the day, love is free, brother. Love is free.
Okay. Thank you. You can sleep on that, Casper.
Yes,
I
sir.
wish you the best on that. Gustavo,
And follow me
you've
on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, Casper Martinez.
You can follow me too. I'm on Facebook.
That's right.
And I'm on Instagram. On Instagram, I'm Louis from the Hood. On Facebook is Luis Guzman, and on Twitter, I am Luis Guzman.
There you go.
People, be safe. Thanks for enjoying some time with us, because we enjoyed our time with you. Thank you to Tony Touch, my man. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for sharing all those great stories, and again, you're with them, and keep doing your thing. And Casper, you know, I love you, bro.
I love
you. What else
you.
can I say about you? Okay, yeah. Anyway, all right, listen, Gustavo, you take care.
Thank you, Luis.
You know, you sigue como el comandante that you are there in your house, and my love and respect to your wife, and my love to your kids, okay?
Oh, my love to you and your family too, Luis. Thank you for your time. And I guess a little update. I'm 25% owner of a licensed cultivation company out of Oklahoma. I'll be traveling there next week to set up shop, and hopefully, you know, once we start harvesting, maybe by then we'll be lifted and I can invite you guys out to the farm.
Yeah, sharing is caring. Because you know what they say about Oklahoma, right? Oklahoma is okay.
Yeah.
That's actually their slogan.
They just had a court ruling there that Oklahoma, half of it is to go into the possession of the Native Americans. From that,
Hey, I get that. The whole Trail of the Tear things, that's serious stuff right there.
They like in the last few days.
Yeah.
A court just said, a federal court said, you know, half of Oklahoma is basically a reservation or something like that. Yeah. And it should be turned over to the people, to the native that, you know, yeah. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's what's up.
That's being acknowledged and stuff like that.
Reparations.
But anyway, all right, bro. Later.